The first step to take when massaging a woman to make her produce water is to make sure she is relaxed. My kings, you do this by making sure you set the mood and the atmosphere right for her to receive the treat you're about to give her. That is why you have to make sure you lay the bed, get some petals if you can, some petals on the bed, some on the floor, light some scented candles, make sure you have the dim lights on, maybe a warm light or a colorful light, depending on your preference. And make sure you have a subtle, relaxing music playing in the background, something that will just let her know the moment she steps in that she's about to get a treat. And that is already going to create that curiosity in her mind, like what is about to go on. And if you have a bath too, maybe you prepare a bath for her. It's like the moment she enters into the room, she knows, okay, today is different. Something is about to go down. And by the time she goes, freshen up, comes out, now she's about to receive that treatment. She sees your oils are ready. You've kept your oils like where she can see it. The moment she steps in, she knows, okay, something is about to go down. So starting from that moment, she's already preparing herself, getting ready to receive what it is that you're about to give her. And that is exactly it. That goal of making her relax would have been achieved by just doing this. Now, the next step to take is to take your time. My kings, now you have her exactly where you want her. She's freshened up, she's relaxed, now she's anticipating what you're about to do. So make sure you don't rush into it. You always have to start slow because starting slow wins all the time. If it is with your woman whom you've been with for a long time, you already know what feels good for her. So you already know exactly where to touch. And it also gives you time to also explore her body. Regardless the fact that she's your woman, you've been doing some certain things that you know she enjoys. Now you can take your time to try other things that you might not have tried with her to see how it feels for her. Try touching other parts of her body and see how she reacts to it. And also with a woman whom you are just getting to know, let's say the both of you just started off the relationship and this is probably maybe the first time you're actually going to have this type of moment with her. It is going to give you that opportunity to really explore and know what feels good for her, because now you're taking your time, going from one part of the body to the other slowly and paying attention to how she reacts to every touch. And remember, you have to make sure that your touch is not too masculine. Of course, it's supposed to be firm, but subtle at the same time. Make sure you're giving her that feel. Just make sure that every touch sends a sensation to her body. That way you're going to know what feels good for her and what doesn't. Because when you touch it and it's something that feels good for her, her body is going to react and you will have that time to explore her body. And this also gives you time to actually bond with her, because as you're doing this, you are not rushing into hitting it. Then the both of you can really have that moment to have a very long quality time together. And that is actually what sets you aside from other kings who just rush into it and just do it pam 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 and then it's done and you know there is nothing memorable about it. This will make you stand out, and it will be very difficult for anybody to sway such a woman who receives such treatment from her king, because what is it that you're going to offer? Unless she's a chronic cheat who would just do it anytime, any day, she would definitely stick to you, because this is not something a lot of kings know about, neither do they do it. So it's going to make you stand out and make that moment very memorable for that woman. Now that you're exploring her body, the next thing you need to do is to make sure you pay attention to some key points of her body that would send her more sensation. This is because the goal here is to make sure you get her to produce enough water for the both of you to have a memorable time together. And because that's the goal, you have to pay attention to these key parts of her body that will send her more sensation, like her scalp, below her back, around her waist, around her inner thighs. All these places are going to send much more sensation to her, which is why you have to pay attention to them. You can also include under her feet, but with this you have to be very careful, because for some people it can be rather ticklish instead of sensational. And if it's ticklish, you're not going to get the end results you desire. That is why you have to be careful with it. But yes, pay attention to these key points, as they are going to help you achieve the goal. Now, the last thing you need to do is to make sure you get rid of any form of distraction. My kings, Distractions can take away from the moment for both you and the woman. That is why you have to make sure anything that can be a distraction to both you and her are not present in that room, especially phones, because phones can be very distracting. Make sure that both of your phones are not anywhere close to that room. Any other thing that you know can be a distraction to you or her, make sure you just get rid of it. The doors are locked, everywhere is secured. This is because you want to make sure there is a free flow, because it is the build-up of pleasure that is going to get the both of you the memorable moment you want for yourself. So that's it for this video, my kings. These are things to do to massage a woman to make her produce water. Please do let me know if you found this video interesting and informative as well. Do well to subscribe if you haven't done that already. Turn on the notification bell, like this video, drop a comment down below, share this video with your family and friends, and see you in the next one. Bye.